what you will need is one copper tube, right? I cut this down. One piece of metal. Not clean, but you can clean it if you want. It's better to clean it, you get a better contact. Now you need one container. It does not matter what type of container you use. And a lid to separate them. Now this is salt water. Alright, it's real easy. It's water with salt. See? Water and a lot of salt. And then just fill the water up all the way, right? Okay, there you go. Make sure I get all the salt. You can use vinegar also, but I tend to use salt because that's what I use for my HHO systems. Now, you need to, this is the easy quick way. You take the copper and you mark it, and then you cut a hole. Let me get a knife. You cut just a small hole in the center. This is how the old people used to drill back before we invented drills, okay? They would have like a spoon and just spin it, okay? Now, we just spin this till it's all the way down and can just fit the copper. Whoops. That was not supposed to happen, but don't worry, it's not going to mess anything up. Because all the lid is to do is to make sure that the water solution does not evaporate. So, since it already broke, I'll just use these scissors. There we go. And there we go. Maybe the knife will work a little bit better. It's a little sharper. Now this is based on Nikola Tesla's. My next project is going to be how to make a battery out of dirt. And of course the metal that you need to make the battery. Real easy, and that is exactly what Nikola Tesla had in mind when he was making his galvanic battery that did run on the planet Earth. Okay? Now, this one should be even easier because it's smaller. My little Allen wrench set piece. I'm sacrificing one Allen wrench for the betterment of humanity. Okay, then we just stick the scissors in, and as we push down, we spin, and that creates the big enough hole to allow the iron in. There you go. And then here you go. Now I've got it till the sharp side is down because you do want to you are going to have to cut the metal to size. It does not matter what size. I mean, I've had them run on pennies. And then I'll show you that in a video too. You're going to be able to make a battery out of a penny and a nickel. In fact, I have a suspicion that the reason we started our alloy, which is basically brass, was one of our first alloys we invented, was way back in the ancient days, was because they used copper and nickel to make batteries. Like the Baghdad battery. That's basically essentially what I'm making here, is a Baghdad battery, okay? And then they decided, well, if this works, why not, come on, get in there. Why not try and see if we can double the current by making it both metals at the same time. Okay, there we go. Now, you just place them in the solution, and that's it. The battery's done. Now, to prove to you Here, let me, oh, where's the cord? Okay, here it is. To prove to you that it works, I have a normal, everyday voltmeter, and I'm setting it at 20 volts, okay, 20 volts DC, and I touch the negative, oh wow, oh far out, I put the negative one on the iron, and the positive on the copper, and look, 1/10 of the volt. But that's because of, you know, it could be higher, it could be lower, it just all depends on the dirtiness of the metal and stuff like that. So let me clean up this. Also contact. Contact. I can't tell you how many half volts of these. You're supposed to get around 1.5, but I've been getting 1/2 volt and a lot of these because of dirty contacts. You know, alligator clips tend to work. Okay, now here we go. I'm going to show you by putting, there we go. Come on, shove it in. Come on, you. Shove it in. I don't want to stab myself. By the way, dads, this makes a hellacious science fair project for your children. They will definitely get an A when they will teach the class how to make electricity from nothing. I'm going to go ahead and put this, I'll just shove it right here. There we go. Okay. Now see, whoa, we have nothing. You see that? Nothing. Now watch the second. I put it in. 5, 6. Now, check this out. Just a little bit of white vinegar. 8, 9, 8. Actually, we don't even need to open it up. I'm going to pour the vinegar straight down the pipe. And look, it jumped up to 13. And that, see? And that's basically 0.2 of a volt. Now, you got to work on it a little bit more, and you will be able to get it to run out a whole 1.5 volts DC. And when you run 1.5 volts DC through this, then you just make 8 more exactly like it, and you will have, see how it's steadily rising? That's because the acid is mixing with the salt water. I'll put a little more in. And see, it jumps right up. Now, the more you do it, the cleaner the things are, the better voltage it is. You get 12 volts by making 8 of these. You hook these together in series and you'll have 12 volts. And the amperage, I am not sure about the amperage on this one. So, let's see, what about amperage? Let me find 0.8 milliamps. And 1.5 DC milliamps is squirting out. That is the amperage from here. That is usable. I could make a small electromagnet out of this. I know it's not very much, but it's a start. Alright? The Baghdad batteries were as big as a bleach bottle. This is the size of a thing of chocolate mix. Anyway, that's how you make the Baghdad battery a la 21st century. And my name is Chris Watkins, and I will see you later. We're almost at 1/2 volt. Have a good day.